Welcome to the Eutaw Street Banter podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Eutaw Street Banter podcast. I'm Cody. With me, like always, is Elijah. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we missed the week last week because we had a lot going on. But we're back the week before the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby. So we got some fun things to talk about today. Let's dive right on in. So we always start with our This Week in Baseball. So let's get started. Joey Chestnut wins the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. He didn't do it last year because of some controversy, because...
It's because he signed a deal with the Impossible Meat Company.
Yeah.
And Nathan's, they weren't happy with that.
We're not happy.
Which, that is kind of like a direct competitor. So I don't blame them, I guess, entirely.
Yep.
But
so he comes back and he wins one of the grossest contests you can watch on TV, I believe.
70 and a half hot dogs.
Yeah.
I watched some interviews with him after the fact he says that he doesn't even feel like normal again until like midnight because he has his interviews that he does. He goes home and he just sits.
Yeah.
He just has to sit and just let that. Because it's like 20,000 calories worth of hot dogs that he's eating, which is a lot. Couldn't imagine doing that.
I can't imagine you even like the taste of a hot dog. But...
Oh no, I can imagine you have to only eat hot dogs when you're training.
Yeah, right.
But my one question is, so it's 70 and a half hot dogs. Do you think the half is like half the hot dog, or is it like just the meat without the bun?
Oh, good question. I would have to assume you didn't get the meat and the bun in.
You think?
Because I think if you don't have the whole of one of them consumed, it's zero.
Okay, because I know that's how he does it. You do the meat with like 3 of them, and then shove the bread in the water and eat that.
It's all gross.
But there's actually something that was going around with this. I think the PGA Tour was actually started this. I don't know if you've seen, but who would win in a race between Joey Chestnut and Usain Bolt? They both have to eat a hot dog and then run 100 meters. Who wins?
Usain Bolt, I believe, wins.
Joey Chestnut. Joey Chestnut can eat a hot dog in less than 3 seconds.
Okay.
Usain Bolt, I would just have, he's an above average athlete. Let's say it takes him 15 seconds. Joey Chestnut, he's like a 45-year-old guy. He can run a 100-yard dash in probably 20 seconds. He's done running before Usain Bolt's even started running.
I don't know, man. That's the weirdest question I've ever heard. All right. And then it's hard to come from that, guys. The Nationals, we'll get into baseball news, I guess. The Nationals fire head coach Dave Martinez and Mike Rizzo, their general manager. It's kind of interesting. At first, I really was kind of ticked off because I felt like screwed the head coach here. But no, listen. But then I realized one of the big things is they're both in their contract year, and that had to be decided by this month. So I guess if they knew that, especially the GM they were gonna go a different way.
Yeah,
you didn't want him drafting. Yeah, for the future.
It's just the two things I think of Dave Martinez. He was gonna be gone after this year, no matter what. He came out like a month ago and said that it's just the players' faults. Basically, it's never the coach's fault when the team's doing bad. And whether you're right or wrong, you just can't say that. And then Mike Rizzo, whether he was doing a great job or not, I don't even care about that. They have the number 1 pick in the MLB draft here in a few weeks, or next week, something like that. It's very soon.
Yeah, Sunday.
That's risky.
Yeah,
that's risky.
Yeah.
When you have, the number 1 pick, especially, it's looking like it's going to be Ethan Holiday, but it's not in fact.
Yeah.
You still have the rest of the draft after that. It's bold to just go ahead and get rid of your GM and say, we got this.
I agree. The biggest thing that he's known for, obviously, is the Soto trade.
Which he got massive success
where he got half of this starting lineup right now, which is amazing. But the issue is, if you look at a lot of his number 1 picks, they don't pan out.
Yeah.
The Strasburg's does, but it's one of those things where a lot of their number 1 picks just haven't made it. And that's where I think the frustration is. Also, you don't know whether is he just done? Is that why he didn't maybe want to re-up his contract? I don't know.
So, he's been with the Nationals since 2006.
Yeah.
So that's that's basically since they moved to DC, just give or take. That's a long time to be in any job. And he's been the GM or president of baseball ops, whatever you want to call it, since 2009.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably the longest tenured GM in baseball, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he got them World Series.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about winning teams or not. The Blue Jays take over first place in the AL East over the New York Yankees. I didn't see this coming. I'll be straight. If you, as an Orioles fan, you look at Anthony Santander, who hasn't done anything.
He's been doing better as of late.
Better. So he's
not as good as Ramon Laureano, though.
That's true. But the thing is they went in and swept the Yankees July 1st.
The first time they've ever had a 4-game sweep of the Blue Jays of the Yankees at home.
Really?
They've never swept the Yankees in 4 games at the Rogers Center.
Wow.
Which is crazy because they did that for a while.
And then they went and they swept the Angels, who are not a good team. Now they play the White Sox this week, and then this weekend they play the A's. So they may not lose a game until the All-Star break.
Yeah.
And the Yankees, they still have a tough stretch.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's the schedule kind of can do you dirty sometimes. But
well, I mean, between that and the Yankees, they like you said a few minutes ago, the Yankees kind of look like how we did last year.
Yeah, they did.
Except they didn't win a lot of games
at the beginning.
And they just lost Clark Schmidt. He's gonna have to get Tommy John, so he won't be pitching until probably 2027. That's a big blow. He was doing amazing this year. So really, you're left with a rough rotation now. Your offense isn't clicking like you expected it to. I mean, you're having a lot of question marks now over defense of Jazz Chisholm, where he's playing as DJ Mulvaney the answer. How do you trade for somebody? Volpe's not been playing good.
And
it's not scary times.
And people are doing it now. People just walk and judge every time he comes up. They just walk on.
Yeah.
I mean, make somebody else on the team beat you.
Yeah.
You don't
got Soto there anymore.
No, that's
you hear that, Yankee fans?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty crazy. So like I said, the Blue Jays are your first place team in the AL East. So we'll see how it goes. One sad thing is Bobby Jenks, the White Sox closer back in the world when they won the World Series, passed away of stomach cancer or a type of stomach cancer. He was a stud. I mean, he was one of those. Me and Elijah like to do this thing where we played MLB The Show and we'll play 1-inning games. And he would have been one of those guys where you just start the closer because you don't think the other person can hit him. So Bobby Jenks was a stud and a great person. He has a lot of great quotes you can always go and look up.
Yeah.
So super sad news there. So, but
yeah, that is sad. I mean, he was young. He was, I think, 44?
Yeah, not very old.
Yeah, that's really sad. But now that was the list that Cody had created. I just threw these two in here because I really want to talk about Paul Skeens.
Okay.
He's had an interesting few weeks. So Cody likes to think that wins are important as a pitcher. Do you know how many wins Paul Skeens has this season?
I think 2.
He has 4.
4.
He has 7 losses. He's also leading the National League in ERA, games started, and WAR. So does that mean he's a bad pitcher, though, because he's 4-7? Of course it does, and I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with him. But he's doing amazing. It's really sad what is happening. But he's kind of starting to become the new age Zach Greinke.
Okay.
Not because of his play, just his personality. So Zach Greinke is known for his...
Yeah.
And he's a crazy guy, honestly. He's very funny, but love the guy. He was a great pitcher. But over the past, I think, 2 weeks, Paul Skeens has come out and said that he wants to join the military after he retires. And he's also said that he wants to own a landscaping business once he retires. There was a clip of him the other day that before a game started, he was just out there chatting to the grounds crew just while they were fixing up the field, just talking to him.
That's funny.
I just think I love it because I don't know if you've watched anything with him in it that's not pitching.
Yeah.
He is like the driest person ever.
Yeah.
He has no, like, he just,
a lot like Greinke. You're right.
Because I've seen it, like, he's done podcasts before where it's just,
Sure.
like, that's all it is.
It'd be tough.
But, I mean, I think it's funny. He's a great pitcher, though, so it doesn't matter.
Speaking of great pitchers.
Not great pitchers. Yes. Trevor Bauer.
Cool.
So, everyone that still says that Trevor Bauer can make it in baseball, there's, yet again, plenty of reasons why he's not here. Whether that's, we can completely take out his personal life out of this, because not only was he statistically the worst pitcher in the MPB this season, which is historically a pitcher's league.
Right.
I think the OPS, average OPS is like in the 600s. There's maybe like 3 people that have above 800 OPS, which is very bad.
Right.
The entire All-Star team basically has an above 800 OPS. And you have not just him being the worst, he also got dropped by his team.
Sure.
He got sent down to the minors, basically. And I've been saying for a long time he's not that great. No one should grab him.
Yeah.
For many different reasons, but I think the wheels are falling off.
Yeah.
No, he had a few good years there. Had the 2020 Cy Young, but it's not going to happen. Every time someone needs a pitcher in the comments and said, sign Trevor Bauer for the minimum, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's sad because it's crazy because, like, as somebody that coaches a lot of youth baseball players, I have kids come into me all the time trying to tell me what Trevor Bauer says they should do.
Yeah.
From Instagram. And I'm like, yeah, but a professional baseball player has a hard time transitioning that you're a 11-year-old that throws 52 miles an hour. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
maybe you don't need to throw 15-ounce heavy balls.
Well, I just was working for Cody this past week doing baseball summer camps, right? And I had a kid that said that he wants to be just like Trevor Bauer pitching. I'm like, I think if we're looking for role models, let's look at other places.
Yeah, right.
Because
definitely
not. You know what? There are plenty of baseball influencers out there that you can go look to as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have some trivia.
Elijah's trivia time. Let's do
what
this.
Major League Baseball team has had the most catchers play a game for them this season?
I'm going to say the Baltimore Orioles. Let's go.
Can you name them all?
Okay. Here's the bad part is we did go over this, not this question, but we were having a discussion about this before we went on. All right, so Chadwick Tromp.
Yes.
Adley Rutschman.
Yes.
Gary Sanchez.
Yes.
I'm missing the other guy. Maverick Handley.
One more.
And then Jacob Stallings.
And soon to be Alex Jackson.
Which is
because right now our two catchers on the roster are Alex Jackson and Jacob Stallings.
All right. So
way to go, O's.
Let's ask Sammy Basayo. This is Sammy Basayo. Do you think what's his name?
Samuel?
No. The guy
Alex Jackson.
Alex Jackson should be the catcher for the Orioles? No. Do you think you should? Yes. But you're not ready. But I play for the team. I'm on the Orioles right now. Yeah. Okay,
but he's batting at 255.
If you're listening to us on a podcast, we have a bobblehead of Sammy Basayo.
Yeah, the Delmarva Shorebirds giveaway.
Yeah. Okay, Sammy Basayo, let's look at his stats. They're kind of crappy, right? He has 190 at-bats, 16 home runs, 38 RBIs. He is batting at 253. If you want to knock me there, okay. Oh, and he doesn't have any stolen bases this year. Who gives?
But he's a catcher.
I know. I mean,
but Alex Jackson's career OPS plus is 27. That means that, just so you know, average is 100. So he's a little below that.
I'm sorry, I get if he's not ready.
Wait, so what'd you say his batting average was?
His batting average is a 250.
Alex Jackson's career batting average is 152.
But he's ready. He's ready now, Elijah.
Obviously,
he's ready. This is what gets me. It's like this would be the perfect time to bring him up and just be like, "Hey, we only need you up here for, I don't know, what, a week, 2 weeks until Handley comes back.
Until Handley comes back.
So you just give him a cup of coffee, pull him right back, then you'll give him something to work on. Instead, we're never going to sign this guy again because he's like, hey, you remember when you literally picked up the guys on the street to play over me? And just because you didn't want to pay me and lose I don't know.
Yeah, unless there's a legitimate reason, and if so, they should just tell.
They're like, oh, they literally said, they're waiting until he dominates offensively and defensively.
The defensive part's never come.
Then none of them should have been there, except Holiday. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just so frustrating. It's just so frustrating because this is the type of thing where it makes you, makes me think we're not even trying to compete this year. If you're not bringing up your best players to put them in a spot, or just putting replacements that are the best that you have available, then you're not trying to win this year.
And it's annoying because, we're doing bad this year, obviously, but the way the American League is, we could still somehow come back. Yeah. Basayo could be a spark plug and come up and help us win enough games. If you get to 500.
Hold on, are you saying Alex Jackson isn't? No. You say he's not a spark plug?
He's not gonna.
He's more like a lug nut.
He's not gonna like no.
I don't know. I just made that.
No, yeah. He's more like the brake pads.
Oh yeah, he's the brake.
Yeah.
He really puts a stop to everything. Yeah. Because that's true. Because it's gonna be bases loaded. We're down a run.
Yeah.
Alex Jackson comes up.
Yeah. Because just think, right now our best catching option is Jacob Stallings. You know what the good thing is, though? That we'll have plenty of opportunity for Kobe Mayo to play. because Ryan O'Hearn's going to be your DH every single day since Gary Sanchez and Rushman aren't.
It sucks too because Gary Sanchez was absolutely smashing.
He actually got his WAR up into the positive numbers which is just impressive because he's so bad defensively.
Yeah. It's so frustrating, but obviously we're not here to just bring the podcast down. We promised ourselves that ever since April. So Jackson, you can come on the podcast next week. That'd be great.
Make magic happen with Emily at Blue Crab Travel, your Disney vacation expert. Ready to experience the wonder of Disney? Let her help you plan the ultimate Disney getaway. Whether you're heading to Disneyland, Walt Disney World, or a Disney cruise, she has you covered. Emily can take care of custom Disney itineraries, tailored to your family's needs and preferences. She also can help find you exclusive discounts on Disney hotels, tickets, and packages. Imagine a stress-free vacation with hassle-free booking for accommodations, dining reservations, and fast passes. From character meet and greets to thrilling rides, Emily will make sure every moment is unforgettable. Email Emily Jones today at emilyjones@bluecrabtravel.com to start planning your dream Disney vacation.
Okay, so we're going to do a series review of the past week. It's going to be really fast, so stay with me real quick. On Monday, June 30th, the Orioles played the Texas Rangers. We win 10-6. You know why we won? Trevor Rogers pitched. You know why we won? Trevor Rogers hit. Anyway, so because
two strikeouts, 6 pitches.
So yeah, is that the one Gary Sanchez got hurt? Is that what?
I don't. They get hurt like every other.
Yeah, I can't. Remember. No, it's one of the catchers. I believe got
that Trump got
hurt. Trump got hurt. Sanchez.
Rogers had to say
one of our 7 catchers.
Rogers had to bat.
You know who didn't get hurt? Sammy Basallo.
Yeah.
So Trevor Rogers goes 5 1/3, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts. Henderson and Cowser both hit bombs. Neither of them, of course, are going to be in the All-Star game. Tuesday.
I would like to say, though, is that if you want to go see someone celebrate a hit, go watch Adolis Garcia's reaction after he hit the home run in the bottom of the 9th or whatever it was, the tie of the game. You would have thought he just hit a walk-off home run in Game 7 of the World Series. My man was hyped.
Was it? Tuesday, July 1st, the Orioles lose to the Rangers 10-2. You know why?
Trevor Rogers didn't pitch.
Trevor Rogers didn't pitch, and Brandon Young did. Brandon Young is struggling. But anyway, between him and Matt Bowman, they gave up 7 combined runs in 5 2/3 innings. The only highlight of this game was Sanchez, our backup catcher who is now injured, hits a home run.
Well, you mean he was starting catcher at that point.
I mean, he's injured now. Yeah. Wednesday, the Rangers played the Orioles again, and we lose again. It's 6-0. Sagano struggled again. He is really struggling right now.
He needs the All-Star break.
Yeah, he gave up 6 runs through 4.2 innings. The biggest issue right now that he has to worry about is I just dropped him off my fantasy team.
Just so you know, Cody was so done with him. I was actually watching the game. I told this. That as I was watching the game, I get the notification from the ESPN Fantasy app saying that he dropped mid-game.
Yeah, and
he didn't even finish pitching yet.
And if you play fantasy baseball, the reason why I had him is our league is 14-team keeper league. There's nobody.
There's on average 4 starting pitchers that pitching today that aren't on someone's
team. Yeah.
Like you have to go for
it's
bottom of the big.
It's crazy. All right. Thursday we had off because God said let you have a break from losing. And Friday the Orioles played the Braves, who are in the exact same boat we are. A team that was supposed to be good, who is just not. The Orioles played the Braves. We beat the Braves 3-2. This is pretty cool because Charlie Morton, who was a monster for the Braves, pitches really well against them. 5 1/3, 2 earned, 7 Ks. Westbrook comes back from hurting his hand a couple days before that because why? Everybody gets hurt. But Westbrook comes back. He hits a home run, and Mullins also hits a home run. In this game, we went 3-2. So I tell you, Charlie Morton, you're doing great. We need you. I didn't think on God's green earth I'd ever say that, but thank God you're there. Saturday, the Orioles also beat the Braves again, 9-6. 9-6 makes it sound like we blew them out, but we did not. This goes 10 innings. Kramer pitches. He struggles. He gives up 5 runs like he always does. He goes 4 1/3 like he always does. O'Neill, second game back, hits a home run. That's new. We haven't really seen that since he had a Red Sox jersey on. So he hits a home run. Westbrook hits another home run. And the amazing part of this game is Jacob Stallings with 2 RBI double to really shut that game down because obviously you want to score more than just a man on second in the 10th inning. So the Orioles went up obviously 7-6. then Jacob Stallings hits a 2 RBI double. And obviously, Sanchez does get hurt this game. So Jacob Stallings, maybe take some extra pills to keep you healthy because,
the thing also that doesn't help with all the catchers we're signing is it's not like we're signing like 24-year-old catchers. Like Jacob Stallings, look at my man. He is like a receding hairline, the giant bald spot up here. I don't know how old he actually is, but he looks like he's been through it.
Yeah, you're about 52.
He's gonna complain about hurt hips and knees and his back.
I saw a thing on one of those social medias. It's just
you sound so old. One of those.
Somebody said Orioles signed Rick Dempsey. That's pretty funny.
Put up a Rick Dempsey bobblehead.
Yeah. Sunday, the Orioles sweep the Braves. They finished that 3-game sweep, 2-1 behind Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers goes 6 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 0 runs, 4 hits, and the only reason we won was Trevor Rogers and Jackson Holliday hits a 2-run home run. What I want to go through here real quick is Trevor Rogers. Thanks, buddy. You dominated this past week.
I mean, he killed. He's like one of the lowest ERAs in baseball right now. He legitimately could win the Cy Young if he keeps this up.
No, he can't. He cannot.
I guarantee you, if he pitches the way he's pitched so far this
for the next 3 seasons.
No. If he pitches like this until the final game of the season, he will finish top 5 in Cy Young. But he could, if he does. I'm not saying he will.
Okay.
I'm saying if he keeps this up.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
So I hope you're right. But man, but for real, have you already gotten more than you thought you would out of Trevor Rogers this season?
100%.
Yeah. So
because and you know what? I'm starting to believe when he said like over the all season or whatever that he was just really fatigued last season and he just couldn't feel it. I'm starting to believe he was telling the truth.
Yeah, I hope he was.
I mean, he was change up.
If you listen to him talk, he's like Charlie Martin to me.
Yeah.
I love listening to him talk. It makes you really want to root for him.
Yeah.
And they're the opposite of Dean Kramer. Because I listen to Dean Kramer talk, and I'm like, I just can't relate to you at all.
Yeah.
And
it's the man bun.
It is. It's the man. A man bun has a lot to do with it. I'm sorry, guys. If I can go like headshot straight on, and it's like back there, and I can't see it, then I'm good.
I think you need at least one person on the team, man bun, or like the long hair.
But even I tell you, somebody that's really good that I have a hard time like connecting with is Kyle Bradish, because him and Kramer are like the same.
I think Bradish is almost in the same boat as like a Paul Skeens, though. It's just like boring.
Yeah, but that's not dissing him. Obviously, I'm just
go check out Kyle Bradish's dog has its own Instagram page.
Oh, really?
Your dog.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. We were talking a little bit about Orioles injuries, so let's go through it. Okay, Gary Sanchez, Orioles catcher's injured. He got injured last week. Chadwick Trump was injured on July 1st. He's another Orioles catcher. Maverick Handley, he's also hurt. He's an Orioles catcher. And then Adley Rutschman, obviously.
Yeah, don't forget you got Keegan Aiken.
Yep, Keegan Aiken
still hurt.
Zach Eflin,
Cody Petit still hurt. Povich hurt. Grayson, I believe you're going to talk about later.
Yep.
You also got Albert Suarez, Tyler Wells, Jorge Mateo, Ryan Mountcastle. I believe that's it.
Keegan Aiken, Keegan Aiken's second one. Grayson Rodriguez just threw a 25-pitch bullpen, which means he's on track.
He'll be here by next fall.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say that. I was just going to say that. Oh, that's good. That was fun. Yes, he is absolutely right.
He's going to reach free agency at the end of all his arbitration with like 300 major league innings pitched.
It's crazy. Okay. They got me.
Remember when it was like the week before the season started, where like he might be ready by like the third.
Yeah. Boy, were we wrong.
That's July.
And he's not nowhere near. You know who's close?
Kyle Bradish is going to come back.
Grayson's pitched a 25-pitch bull. Kyle Bradish is facing live hitters, right? Now, not games. Okay, so don't like live hitters. Like, and Grayson Rodriguez hurt his back or side. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Kyle Bradish had surgery. And
he completely reconstructed his elbow.
Yeah. So,
what do you think? Okay, I wonder the logistics behind this. If you could somehow, this would be cheating, obviously, but when you're getting your surgery, put in some sort of like biomechanic, like a spring in your elbow to get more movement on it, would that be detected?
I think so.
How would it be detected, though? What would MLB do?
I would almost guarantee you that the MLB can has the rights to look up X-rays and all forms of medical history.
Yeah, you probably sign those rights away, don't you?
Yeah, I'm sure you
Yeah.
do. And you say, well, I'm not going to sign those rights away. And then they say,
Well,
we got about $60 million.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what do I sign? Oh yeah. And
I guess that's true.
yeah, it's crazy. All right, so we got some fun things I want to talk about really quick, and that is the Orioles. I wish the one Oriole All-Star game. So the Orioles, the American League, currently, because this always changes the week of because people get hurt. But the American League All-Star game, the starting catcher is Cal Riley.
Deserves it.
100%. Amazing.
He's on pace. I think there's only Babe Ruth and Barry Bonds and maybe like one or two other people are the only people to ever hit this many home runs before the All-Star.
And just recently, his dad put on Instagram, him and his dad like playing wiffle ball.
Yeah,
playing home run. That's awesome.
Yeah.
First base, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I agree, he deserves it. Second base is Gleyber Torres, definitely deserves it. Third base is Jose Ramirez. He should just be locked in forever.
I don't think Gleyber Torres deserves it.
No, you don't think so?
He's my first one that I don't think he deserves it.
Shortstop Jacob Wilson has the A's.
I will stand on that. Bobby Witt Jr. did not deserve it over him.
Yeah. Aaron Judge, outfield.
He's kind of an unknown, he's
Riley Green, outfield. Javi Baez, outfield. Hold on. I want to rephrase something. I got Gleyber and Javi mixed up. Javi Baez is who I meant to say absolutely deserves it from the Tigers.
I don't know if Javi Baez really.
Oh, I do. Javi Baez
there's other. He's crushing, but he deserves to be a reserve.
Okay.
I don't think he deserves.
Ryan
the Tigers
O'Hearn
came out to vote.
Ryan O'Hearn is the starting DH. So at least we got him. The reserves. I'm not gonna say the reserves. You'll see them. Oh, I'll tell you. All right. Alexander Kirk, Jonathan Arandia, Alex Bregman, Jazz Chisholm, Brandon Lowe, Jeremy Pena, Bobby Witt, Byron Buxton, Stephen Kwan. I love Stephen Kwan. Julio Rodriguez shouldn't even be there. Brent Rooker. Julio, I love Julio, but boy, have you been making my fantasy team suck. All right, starting pitchers is Hunter Brown of Houston, Chris Bubik of Kansas City, Garrett Crochet of Boston, Jacob DeGrom, Texas, Max Fried, New York, Yusei Kikuchi, Angels, Tarek Skule, obviously, Detroit. Shane Smith, if you don't know him, he plays for the White Sox. That's a team in Chicago.
He's their one.
Ryan. Brian what?
Will.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
He deserves it.
Brian Wu. Yes, Brian really deserves it. Relief pitchers is Chapman and Aroldis Chapman and Josh Hader, just like it's 2010 again. And
Andres.
And Andres Munoz of the
just want to make sure you didn't miss him. He's been the best one out of three.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and for the National League, the catcher is Will Smith, the Fresh Prince over there. First base, Freddie Freeman, obviously because he's on Dodgers. You got to put the whole team in. Second base, Ketel Marte. Third base is this guy named Manny Machado.
Wow.
Yeah, Manuel. Shortstop is Francisco Lindor. Outfield is Ronald Acuna.
Ronnie.
The other outfield is Pete Crow Armstrong. I can't wait to see him play. The other outfield is Kyle Tucker, hopefully a future Oriole. He's not going to be there, but that would be cool. DH Shohei Ohtani, who obviously that's the only reason the Dodgers or LA crowd is going to watch it. Reserves here is Hunter Goodman. That's the guy. He's in what TV show? No, I'm just kidding. He plays for Colorado Rockies. He's a catcher. Because I guarantee you, if you listen to this, you have no idea who that is.
He's been really good.
Oh, he is, but he's just in the wrong team.
Yeah.
The other infield is Pete. The other reserves is Pete Alonso, Ellie De La Cruz, Brendan Donovan, Matt Olson, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio.
Whatever. Corbin Carroll, Kyle Stowers, Fernando Tatis, James Wood, and Kyle Schwarber.
Okay. I want to quiz you real quick before we get to the pitchers. What two position players on the All-Star team, one's in American League, one's National League, were traded for each other?
Can you say this one more time?
There's someone on the American League All-Star team, position player, someone on the National League All-Star team, position player. Both of them are starters. They were traded for each other. Who was it?
Can I at least look at this?
Yeah.
It's okay. Both are starters. Pete Crow Armstrong, and he got traded. I can't remember what he got traded for. Man, Pete Crow Armstrong. Let's say he's a starter. Javi Baez.
Yep.
Oh, right.
That's when Javi Baez got sent to the Mets. Pete Armstrong to the Mets sent to.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
The starting pitchers for the National League is Matthew Boyd, just like it was 2010 again. Not really, 2020. Mackenzie Gore, Clayton Kershaw, just like it was 2010 again.
He got a legend.
A legend pick. Yeah, that means it's their last year, buddy. I do like the legend pick. Let's talk because I liked seeing Miguel Cabrera in it a few years ago. Albert Pujols in it.
The only thing that I dislike about the legend pick,
but you have to be done after that year.
Yeah, and I don't know if Clayton Kershaw is going to be done after this year. I mean, he still seems like he has it. The only problem is you give it to Kershaw when, say, a fourth-year pitcher like a Matthew Boyd or something. He gets this. He's getting more money next year because that All-Star selection.
Right.
You're kind of you're taking away cash.
But as a fan.
Oh yeah, as a fan.
Yeah. Freddie Peralta, Robbie Ray, Chris Sale, Paul Skeens, Logan Webb, Zach Wheeler, and Yamamoto is all there. And the 3 relief pitchers that they're putting in there right now is Jason Adam, Edwin Diaz, and Randy Rodriguez.
That's crazy. Chris Sale's made 2 less All-Star games than Clayton Kershaw has.
Wow. Yeah.
This is Chris Sale's 9th All-Star game appearance.
Really? I didn't know that. That's pretty amazing. So what you got any takeaways from this All-Star roster?
A lot of snubs, but everyone, I mean, everyone can talk about stuff. There's always a lot of stuff.
You know, it's weird as an Oriole fan that we have a guy that should have won Rookie of the Year last year, Colton Cowser, who's not there because of performance. And we have a guy that was second, third MVP last year.
Yeah.
Gunnar Henderson.
It's Gunnar Henderson. It's honestly, I think Gunnar, it's just because he was hurt at the beginning of the year. Because I mean, you look at right now, the American League reserves, they have what? 1 catcher, or I mean, 2 shortstops, Jeremy Pena and Bobby Witt Jr. And they both definitely deserve it over him. If Gunnar Sanderson just has a little bit better of a year, he's there.
Yeah,
he's just as good as
just looking at it when we were doing this podcast last year, you would just think next year we're gonna have 5 people.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
you know, and it's.
I mean, we had how many starters did we have last year? We had multiple.
Yeah. I mean, you had Adley and Corbin Burrows. Because Corbin Burrows was pitching.
He started, and then you had Felix in the bullpen. Or no, not Felix. Sorry, no one was in last year.
Was it Cannell?
I don't think he. Oh,
well, I know Henderson.
You had Westberg. You had I mean, yet again, a lot of these guys. If Westberg's healthy this whole year, I mean, the only actual third baseman really that I guess you could count Jazz Chisholm as Bregman.
Yeah,
I bet you Westberg gets a full year, which Bregman also is kind of ridiculous. He's played 50 games this year.
Yeah.
He won't play though because he's hurt.
Yeah.
So it's okay. He'll get replaced.
Gotcha. And then we have the home run derby next week. As of now, Acuna and Cal Raleigh, Byron Buxton, James Wood are the ones there.
Yes.
I wanted to ask real quick, do you have anybody that you wish you was there?
So I have some that are realistic, and then I have some more that aren't realistic.
Okay.
I just think. So first off, this guy Trevor Rogers. You know, he looks pretty comfortable at the plate.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. These 2 I definitely want to see, and I think it'd be great for the MLB to get these 2 guys there. They both share a last name. Ellie De La Cruz and O'Neal Cruz.
Okay.
They just hit the ball really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like the
perfect. But O'Neal Cruz, he might get tired and just have to take a break.
And you know what? He could take his time.
God, he just seems like such a jerk.
I'm not speaking on
a very entitled.
He just seems like he might not be a great team player. You don't watch a lot of Pirates games. I know that for a fact. So I'm not speaking on anyone's character that I don't watch a lot of. There's like 1 or 2 moments that we've seen that have reflected that. I'm sure people
have never missed a game.
You've never, right. Well, Ellie De La Cruz and O'Neal Cruz,
O'Neal Cruz would be great. I mean, Ellie De La Cruz would be great.
Yeah, I would love to see Ellie hit from both sides. But I mean, they just both hit the ball really hard, hit it really far. I think it'd be interesting to see. Another one I have is William Contreras, the catcher for the Brewers. I think he'd be an interesting one. I'd also like to see Mike Trout. I feel like he could be cool. And then another one I picked as Orioles, Colton Cowser. I feel like he'd do good in the home run derby.
My biggest one is Eugenio Suarez. I feel like
he might end up in.
I feel like he could possibly hit the furthest ball you've ever seen. Because if you watch him in a game, that's purely all he plans to do. And he's a lot of fun to watch. Pete Crow Armstrong would also be fun to watch. I don't know, when I watch Pete Crow Armstrong play, he might use the pitcher's velocity a lot more than what, for instance,
he crushes him though.
No, I know. Yeah, and I for real, I'm a big fan of him. But those are my two big ones. But I really like, I'm gonna miss Pete Alonso there because I'm gonna miss like rooting against him. Not because I don't like him. It's just he won it before.
I have an idea for MLB though. If they throw Kyle Gibson on the mound, you might see even more home runs. During the home run derby.
Matt Olson would be a really cool one. I can't imagine how far he could hit a ball.
Yeah, they won't have more than one Brave though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah. Well, I'll tell you, if you want to see a cool one, put Manny Machado back there. Yeah, I mean, he can crush the ball. But yeah. So we'll have a lot more coming for the All-Star game next week. And we'll talk more about that. Elijah has a plan he wants to talk about right now.
So this is,
if you would please give him all of your attention.
Give him for give me just a minute and a half at least.
And
not gonna take that much time.
And and if you see me walk away, it's just because I'm trying to get tissues. Okay, Elijah, the floor is yours.
Okay, so Orioles aren't doing great. Hope's dwindling. We're probably not making the playoffs because Sammy, as he's sitting here, he's not in Baltimore right now. He's sitting right here with us. But the problem is the hope's dwindling for a lot of people. And if we're gonna get rid of the season, this is my 3-step plan, right? We're gonna sell Ryan O'Hearn. He's the first to go. Okay. Then Cedric. You're getting rid of 2, but that's your first 2 steps. Ryan O'Hearn, Cedric Mullins. One, your all-star. The next one, fan favorite, been with you a while. How do you get the fans to recover from that? Who do you bring back? Who just didn't sign their option or whatever with the Reno Aces? You bring back Trey Mancini. He's been killing it in AAA. You bring back Trey Mancini. He replaces Ryan O'Hearn on the team. He's an not elderly. He's a veteran presence. Yeah. He's good. He plays some first base, plays some outfield, plays some DH. That's my 3-step process for the Orioles. Okay. You can't tell me that would help a little bit with the pain of losing Cedric Mullins.
Just for the rest of the season?
Just for the rest of the season. You just sign him. Hey, he wants to play. He just doesn't want to play in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know why he's not. I mean, he was. Yeah. I don't know if you looked at his stats. He was killing it in the minor leagues.
You look at
why you don't just. You
look at the Rockies, the White Sox.
So why not just throw it?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think I'd be down.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're not doing anything this season, which doesn't seem like we're trying, I would love Trey Mancini back.
Yeah.
I mean, it does ruin the storybook ending of him hitting in the park home run for his last Oriole at bat.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to see him just be done forever. End it in an Orioles uniform.
Yeah. It is sad because, I mean, if you're an Orioles fan, you're probably a Trey Mancini.
Yeah.
And definitely a fun guy to root for. A good person, like a good human being. 100%. But I would much rather, if we're talking about bringing back somebody from that time,
just Adam Jones,
Manny Machado.
I don't
bring him back.
Think they're going to do that.
He'll be our DH.
See, you say that as I bring back Manny Machado. Jonathan Scope's playing the Mexican League.
I feel like that would bring the fan base back.
Would it not be hilarious if Westbrook gets injured for the rest of the season again or something like that? And you lose a couple players. You're just okay, Jonathan Scope, you can come back. Sign Trey Mancini back.
We traded Adam Jones. I mean, we traded away Mullins, so Adam Jones could play center.
Adam Jones comes out and plays center. What do you think Al Brumby's up to?
Jim Palmer probably watching Jeopardy. That's probably what he's doing.
He might be in bed by Jeopardy time.
Sure. All right.
Well, that's the only way that you keep morale up. Just bring back fan favorites.
It'd just be like legends. Just the Orioles legends versus everybody else.
Yeah, except all the legends.
Norfolk.
It's not like MLB The Show where they're their best season ever. They're all 60.
The Norfolk Tide has Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, we gotta keep their playing time under control.
I tell you what, if you want your minor league teams to crush, what if you had just a legend from that's just one of them played a week? You know what I mean? You go down.
Well, the problem is you can only bring them back up. You can't bring them back.
We just sign them and release them. Just for a week. We're like the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So basically.
Wait, what if we just start signing people from the Bananas?
Next week, Brian Roberts is starting second baseman of the Chesapeake Bay Sox. Come on out. He's doing autographs from 6 to 7.
Bay Sox, it's not the Bay Sox, but I just thought about this. Did you see that the first perfect game in forever got thrown against one of our minor league teams?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, against the Ironbirds.
Yeah, and the Ironbirds, it has to be Cal Ripken.
Oh yeah,
it has to be.
Wait, hold up. If we're doing that, get Cal, Billy, and Ryan all on the team.
First, second, third.
Yeah.
first, second, short.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
That'd be something. That'd be hilarious.
Sick. Yeah.
Well, and then they got
Melvin Morris at third base.
Yeah, Melvin Morris.
It's just, all right, we're wasting your time.
You think we're off Alpha Man? Was up there.
Oh man, yeah, he's probably taking. All right.
Wow.
Now I love Rob. Let's do that.
Get Sammy back.
Sammy's so but
That's the plan.
The Cubs have taken him back.
You heard me, Ruben South. That's the plan.
Yeah. Hey, give us a call.
I'll set it all up. I'll do it. I'll gladly do it. You don't even have to pay me for it.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us here on another episode of the Eutaw Street Banter podcast. I hope you had a great 4th of July, and I hope you are able to enjoy the All-Star festivities, mainly Oriole West.
Yeah.
Right. So
maybe we get home run derby.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe our herd decides.
I hope not, because they'll probably get hurt. So, but until next time, we can't wait to talk to you again. Hopefully, we have good news to talk about. So, until then, we'll see you next time. See ya. See you guys.